come back. Every year I get newer. I'm the dust on the moon. I'm the trash in the sewer. Let's go. I come back. Every year I get brighter. If you thinking hip hop is alive, hold up your lighter.
Today we are here with no other than hip hop legend KRS-1, one of the greatest MCs of all time. But I want to get one thing straight with you, Chris. Are you the greatest MC of all time, or one of the greatest MCs of all time, in your opinion?
I go ahead and say the. Yeah, I go ahead and say that. In the spirit of Muhammad Ali, I say the.
So, tell us about your new album that you have coming out right now.
I know I got in trouble for that one. New album, Hip Hop Lives. It's a celebration. It's 20 years of Boogie Down Productions, 1987 to 2007. Those that know the history know that I started with Marley Marl, MC Shan. I answered MC Shan's Queensbridge. Marley Marl was the producer and DJ at the time. For 20 years, it's been in hip-hop's mythology or folklore that we were rivals. And so on the 20th anniversary, it was only right, it was only karmically right to reach out to Marley and say, man, do this, the 20th anniversary album.
I had to battle. It took 20 years to get Marley in the studio.
And on top of that, we grabbed the title, not necessarily off of Nas's Hip Hop Is Dead, but we developed that title by talking about James Brown passing on Christmas Day. Me and Marley started looking at that like, wow, this is crazy. James Brown passing on Christmas Day. Hip Hop Lives. Nas had already put out Hip Hop Is Dead, and me and him had a deep discussion about hip hop being dead. And a lot of people, you know, just looked at the title of Nas's album, Hip Hop Is Dead, and just said, oh man, Nas is declaring it dead. But when you listen to the album, even the last song is saying, live, hip hop, live, stay, hip hop, stay. He's actually crying out for hip hop to expand, to go beyond the superficial and into something with more depth. So our album is more like a follow-up, a part two, if it has to be compared at all. It's sort of a part two, a follow-up. Hip hop lives. We are resurrected.
In your song Hip Hop Lives, you have a verse that says, every year I get newer. I'm the dust on the moon. I'm the trash in the sewer. So explain to the audience like the relevance and the message you're trying to convey in that verse.
It's funny you picked that verse out of all verses. I'm trying to say that hip hop lives. I'm the dust on the moon, meaning I'm star stuff. You know what it is? I could walk up to you and say, peace, God, or what up, my nigga? The controversial N-word. When we realize that hip-hop is all of it. Hip-hop is high scholarship and the lowest base ignorance you can possibly imagine. I'm the dust on the moon, I'm the trash in the sewer. And the middle part is, I come back. Every year I get newer. I'm the dust on the moon, I'm all of it. Don't just look at me as a conscious rapper or a gangster rapper or a pimp or a this or a that. I'm all of it. When you say hip hop, we are all of it. All of it plays a role. All of it makes everything else relevant. KRS-1 would not be relevant if it wasn't for Snoop Dogg.
We gotta think about the children we bringing up.
Because everyone would say, okay, that's just regular KRS. I would be the norm, and that would be that. But because there is a Young Jeezy and a T.I. and a Snoop and all the gangsters and pimps that are out there doing their thing and bless their souls, KRS-One is able to shine, and so are they, because the audience gets diversity. They're getting to see, imagine, the same culture that produces Lil' Kim produces Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
What a culture to be in. I mean, this is the coolest movement on earth. But it's been here over and over again. You know, this is the hippie movement again. That's what hip hop is. This is the jazz movement. This is the gospel movement. This is it all over again. Give me another question.
I just want to transition a little bit. In your opinion, what is the state of black film?
Black film?
Black film.
I think, well, without degrading anyone's work, I will put that disclaimer on it first. I will say, though, that me personally, I'd like to see more, you know, films of, I don't want to say films with depth, because everybody feels that their film has depth. But can we be brave about certain issues? You know, here's some black films I'd like to see. I like to see the I like to see African American history retold.
Okay.
Like just like the way Roots, you know, Alex Haley did a phenomenal job with the book Roots, and then the television series was just crazy. That's a classic. Can we do that again? You know, can we do it again? And okay, maybe with a turn up the light on free blacks and their perspective, and slave owning blacks during slavery and their perspective. Can we get the African American story retold again? You know, something else to look at. Like Moses and the Ten Commandments with Charleston Heston, the classic. I mean, Cecil B. DeMille is not to be tested on this. He is the man. But can we get an African-American Moses story? Something that has, with the epic and the depth. Not just we want to show you black folk as Moses, but real scholarship and depth that others did not discuss and go to.
Right.
You know, in terms of black film, okay, we've done the relationship thing. We've done that out completely. Why aren't African Americans cornering the hip hop market in terms of films? Like, I mean, cornering the market. Like, why does it take, you know, Eminem put out the last great hip hop film, 8 Mile. That was a great hip hop film.
Right.
You know, it was a great hip hop film. Where's the others?